Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to create a spring 2012 inspired look. I'm going to be using Glominerals eggplant and bamboo. They're two of my favorite colors, so I'm going to get started with my eyes first. I've already applied my foundations, concealers, and lid primer. So the first thing I'm going to do is apply my bamboo to my entire lid. I like to use a brush like this. This is just a regular eye base brush. And I'll show you bamboo. Here we are. So this one here is bamboo, and then this one's eggplant. So that's the one we're going to use for the smoky effect. So I've dipped in my bamboo. And then my favorite brush of all time. This is a MAC brush. It's a 224. It's a blending brush. So I'm just going to swirl it right into the eggplant. So it's only on the tip of the brush, as you can see. And then looking at myself from afar in the mirror, I'm going to put the color where I want to see it. So right here, I'm just going to press a little bit. I'm going to dip again and go on the other side. This is great for people who have hooded eyelids, so you can really see where the color is going to go. So now that looks kind of crazy, but it's okay. We're going to blend it and blur it in. So now that I have where I want to see it, I'm just going to kind of sweep it back and forth very gently, little circular motions. I've always been told, well, not been told, but I've always followed Carmindy from What Not to Wear, and she does this windshield wiper motion, and it seems to work really well. Okay, so once you feel nice and blended, what you can do then is take a color like Diamond, which is a very shimmery white, which I have right here, and you just dip in that. I've already cleaned off the brush, and I'm just going to put it in the inner corners of my eyes. Just to brighten that up, make my eyes a little bit further apart. If you put a dark color in there, you're going to draw your eyes closer together and it's going to look really weird. So always keep it lighter in here. It's your lightest color to medium to darkest if you have really close set eyes. If you have really wide eyes, you can get away with having darker colors in there. But I tend to personally keep the light colors in my inner corners. Okay. And then my favorite eyeliner of all time is Aveda's Black Orchid. I'll show you what it looks like. Obviously, I use it a lot. I like Aveda's Black Orchid because it's very creamy and it glides on my eye very easily, and it's very easy to blur because some pencils almost seem too dry. So this one is very creamy, so you can blend it and really wiggle it in between your lashes, which is really nice. So it makes your eyelashes look really thick. So I'm going to close and gently tug. I mean gently. Just sweep it back and forth. Okay. So I'm going to let you see a close-up of how it looks, and you can see it's kind of wiggly, kind of thick. That's okay. It doesn't have to be completely perfect when you first start because you're going to blend it. So I have this cool little brush. I honestly don't know what you would call it. I'm going to be honest. But it's really great for just blending in my eyeliner. So I'm going to take it. This is a great tool to wing out the eyeliner as well. Since the eyeliner is nice and creamy, it'll just blur right out and look really soft and really modern. If you find your hair getting in the way of your eye makeup, just use one of Product Club's great grip clips. They work really well. And I just flip it back like that. So I'm going to take whatever is left over on this brush from my the top of my lash line and just kind of sweep it underneath to soften the bottom lash line without applying more makeup. Now, if you see how I have a little bit of unevenness here, you can take a Q-tip and just gently blur that out of the equation. And then at the very end, once you've got your eyeliner on, I like to dip back into my eggplant and just go over everything just a little bit more, just to deepen it a little bit more. And just keep the deepness closer to the lash line, and as you get further away, you make your application lighter and lighter. Now I'm also going to use my black orchid to line my waterline. Q-tip and just go around the shape that I've created to soften it and clean any excess makeup off. Just like. And now a great way to look at the shape of your eye makeup is go from the side. You always want it to go up and out. So now you're going to apply your mascara. I've been using a brown mascara actually from Chanel, and I really like it. And you always want to start at the base, wiggle, and gently go up. Same thing on the bottom, wiggle. I really like to use the brown mascara when I'm using black liner, because the brown is going to be reflective to my eyes and bring out my eye color more. And it just looks a little bit overwhelming when you have black liner and black mascara. I mean, unless you're really going out for like maybe a club or going out partying. I mean, for daytime, I would use, you know, either brown mascara with black liner or black mascara with brown liner. Okay, so now that we have our mascara applied, with your mascara, you just want to make sure that you get each and every lash. So sometimes primers work really well because they're white, so you apply the primer first, and then you're able to see more of your lashes, and then you can use a regular mascara to cover up the white primer, and then you're guaranteed to cover more lashes because they're actually visible. But I just get really close to the mirror and make sure I wiggle my mascara and really comb through each lash. Sometimes I use a metal comb like this for my lashes to just kind of comb through them and separate them a little bit more and make sure that there's no clumpiness, because that's one thing about mascara. If you have really clumpy caked on mascara, it doesn't look good. It looks disgusting. So you just really want to make sure they're all nice and clean and separated. I mean, think about it. The reason why you're putting color on your lashes is to make them appear darker or more visible. You're not trying to make them look like there's globs of product on them. So since we did my eyes pretty dramatic, I'm going to keep the rest of my face very neutral. I'm going to do a little contouring. So I'm going to use Nectar from Glominerals. And I like this one. It has a little bit of shimmer to it. It's not really a bronzer. It's not really a blush. It's kind of somewhere in between. So I'm just going to use my smaller blush brush and just dip in very gently. And I'm going to make a fish face. So basically when you're contouring, you want to put the deeper color where you want your face to recede, and you're going to put your blush or your highlighter where you want something to pop. So if you're very self-conscious about your cheeks being really chubby, then you would do some contouring in those areas to really soften out the jawline or make it look a little bit more defined even. I mean, think about shapes. Like if you have a round face and you were to draw a shape like this right in this area to kind of make it look more angular, and then highlight the bottom of your jaw and the side, it would definitely give it the appearance that you have that bone structure. So there are ways of contouring your face to make you feel thinner and more attractive. But don't overdo it. It's all about blending. You don't ever want your makeup to look very heavy. Now, if you do apply it a little bit heavier than you would originally like, take a big fluffy brush like this and just go over and blend. Just like that. Okay, so now I'm ready for my highlight or just my basic cheek color. And I love Sweet from Glominerals. I'll show you what it looks like. It's very pink. It kind of reminds me of Orgasm from NARS, but this is all minerals, so it's all good for your skin and everything, so I really like using it. Okay, so I'm just going to dip in, and I'm going to smile. Now same thing, blend with your big fluffy brush. Okay, and now lastly for the lips, and I don't know if lastly is a word, but I just used it. I don't know where I got this liner. I think I got it at Sally's, which, God forbid, a professional shops there, but I do, however. For certain things, you don't need to spend a lot of money. At least I don't personally believe you do. I got this lip liner for $1.99. It's called Beautique. Fancy. So it's a very, as you can see, it's almost like a tan nude color. And my lips are naturally a little bit pinkier in tone, so it's not really going to match the color of my lips, but I want to add a little bit of a tan color to my lips, so I can go over it with this light pink liquid lip plumper from Glominerals. So I'm going to line my lips, and I'm going to soften my Cupid's bow. I'm not going to really define it too much. And you can see how I'm holding this pencil. I'm holding it like this. It's going to give me a more light coverage when I'm doing it because I'm not really drawing on my lips. I don't want to look like a clown. I want it to be very soft. So if you hold it from the bottom just like that, and you come up from underneath and you just gently do it very softly, it's not going to look so clown-like. So just like that, and you can see it's a little bit different color than the bottom of my natural lip, but not by much. And a trick that my friend Shahira taught me, which is another great makeup artist who you should check out. You can find her on my Facebook fan, somewhere. She's somewhere on Facebook. But she taught me to go like this and line from underneath to make your lips look a little fuller. I'm just going to fill in a little bit. And now all I'm going to do is just going to smack my lips together and just blend it with my lips. Just like so. Now I'm going to apply my liquid lip plumper from Glominerals. This one, I'm not sure of the name of it because I think the little tag came off the bottom, but it's a very light pink, very sheer. And I'm just going to pat it on there. I don't want my lips to look wet. I don't want them to look like they're dripping. I just want to give them some shine. All right, and there you have it. That is my spring-inspired look for 2012. I hope you like it, and I hope you can do it yourself. If you have any questions as far as how to do something or you want to see something done again, send me a message, and I can film a tutorial for you personally or put another video out there if there's that much of a need for it. So let me know. See you soon.